Ha, I remembered. Any Sunday Songwriters. I'm feeling very smart at the moment. I usually forget to turn the recorder back on. So here's the situation. First of all, I would like everybody please to stay muted unless they're playing. And at the end, we'll all uncloak and say goodbye to each other. And if you, um, yeah, the reason why you need to stay muted is because that dog you don't even notice barking next door will be deafening on Zoom. Today we have Terry Kitchen from Massachusetts. I'm really excited about today's show, so I'm not being very coherent, but Terry, my first introduction to him was this amazing song that I asked him if I could learn it, and he very generously sent me an MP3 of it and all the lyrics, and I've been busily mastering the guitar part for, yeah. And Aireene, I think where we met initially was at a folk alliance, maybe at Swerfa or
Yes, with
maybe at
Verpa.
Far West.
It was at
Folk
in
Alliance is this kind of umbrella group for folk music and singer-songwriters and you name it. I've even seen clog dancers at the one in the Midwest. There's the big folk alliance, which will be coming up in a conference, which will be coming up in February, and it's huge. And then there's the regional ones, and they happen throughout the year. So like Swerf is in September, and um, Far West, isn't that cute? Folk Alliance Region West. Far West is in October. Farm Folk Alliance Region Midwest is, I think, in October as well. But anyway, so Aireene, I know you're going to be entertained and you're going to be so glad you're here. And I am so glad I'm here. And thank you all for being here. Um, Aireene, you want to kick it off?
Sure. Thank you, Jan, so much for uh, having me play your series. And since this is a song-centric show, I want to start off with the song
Okay, your
called
sound is not coming through, Aireene. Are you still muted? It doesn't say so, but you have something
uh,
off there? Oh, you are?
I can hear
Huh.
Irene just fine,
Why
just
I'm
so you
not.
know. I can hear her
okay.
great.
Yeah, Terry's getting her too. I'm just the only one who's not. So,
Uh-oh.
hold on.
Well, I can't start till Jan can hear me.
Okay, say something.
Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Can
I
you?
hear her just fine.
There. It was me. Sorry.
No worries. Should I just get started? Okay. So this is called This Song, and I wrote it when I had a writer's block, and I thought, what else can you possibly write about that hasn't already been written about? So I thought, why not write a song about a song? So this is called This Song. I got a song I wanna sing, and it's full of people, places, and things. It's got my father's and it's got your name. This song I wanna sing. This song I wanna sing. It's about the blues, how the blues got me. If I pull the trigger, will it set me free? But I got too many songs to sing. I got this song to sing. I got this song to sing. There's nothing I'd rather do than sing this song. Sing this This song will make you laugh, will make you cry. This song is for the dreamer who left everything behind. This song, it gives me reason to be good, to love, to live. And for you this song I'll sing. For you this song I'll sing. Well, there's nothing I'd rather do than sing this song, sing this song, sing this song for you. It's what I'm meant to do. And if you find yourself singing along, don't worry about the voices that may say the notes are wrong. You can laugh, you can yell, tell the whole wide world your cares. And with you this song I'll sing. With you this song I'll sing. Yeah, I got a song I wanna sing, and it's full of people, places, and things. It's got your story and it's got your name. This song I wanna sing. This song I wanna sing. Thank you.
Lovely. And Terry, what have you got for us?
Well, first off, I have to say that was it was a very nice song, but it was a really cool ukulele part. You don't usually hear that kind of percussive, almost kind of like new wave electric guitar coming out of a ukulele. So
Thank you, Terry.
that was very cool. So I am up here in Boston, and as Jan mentioned, we met a few months ago. It was an organization called Musicians for the Greater Good, and they did a series of benefit concerts. And there's actually, they're still going, because even though, thank God we got through the election and the inauguration, and, it's like this tremendous weight has rolled, off of all of our shoulders, but there's still work to be done. So this is a song that I just wrote on Sunday, and it's all about that. It's all about looking forward to the future, because we kind of have a future to look forward to now, and I'm really excited about that. It's called Eyes of Tomorrow. Well, eyes of tomorrow, don't cry today. Changes are coming, help's on the way. Winter's been brutal on everyone, but I feel the rays of a brand new sun. Well, eyes of tomorrow, don't lose heart. Sometimes at the bottom's just where you start. Oh, you'll grow strong and you'll grow free. You'll outgrow the chains that drag on me. Oh, eyes of tomorrow, cling to hope. Like vines on a rainbow, strong as rope, to lift us out of hatred's bliss, till color means beauty, not prejudice. La da da da, la da da, la da da da, da da da. So eyes of tomorrow, no tears today. Changes are coming, help's on the way. Oh, We've done our best, now it's your turn to open our eyes to all you'll learn. Eyes of tomorrow, eyes of tomorrow, eyes of tomorrow, eyes of tomorrow, Thank you. Thanks for being guinea pigs and letting me do my new song.
Yep.
Okay,
I know.
Jan,
Yeah.
take it away.
Thank you. I'll take it not very far, I promise. I'm trying to remember if this is the right place for the capo, but this was written actually for the Musicians for the Greater Good, the first one that I was part of, and it was about hope for the future. So that doesn't feel right. Let's try here. An act of hope is a new child born. It's the beat of a brand new heart. An act of hope is rising in the morning, springing from sleep like an electric spark. An act of hope is striving for perfection and graciously accepting whatever ground you gain. An act of hope is the exaltation of each attempt to break the chains. And every act of hope is an affirmation. Every act of hope is a revelation. Every act of hope is a celebration of the creation of an act of hope. An act of hope is feeding the hungry, telling your story, singing your song. An act of hope is serving your people, seeking your purpose, finding where you belong. And every act of hope is an affirmation. Every act of hope is a revelation. Every act of hope is a celebration of the creation of an act of hope. Oops. Well, that wasn't the right place for the capo. Hope fuels all the dreams that you pursue. Hope fuels every speaking of your truth. Hope fuels all the fires you light, every fire you light against the night. And every act of hope is an affirmation. Every act of hope is a celebration. Every act of hope is a revelation of the creation of an act of hope. Thank you. So, Aireene, would you like to? We'll just keep going around and around until we run out of time.
Okay. This is called Only Rock and Roll, and I call it my When the Shit Hits the Fan song, because it was inspired. I wrote it 10 years ago when I had a day job, and I lost my day job. I broke up with my boyfriend, and we moved out of our home. And so I just thought, I'm just going to play music until I can't do it anymore. And here we are 10 years later. And it's about, listening to music or playing music to get you through the times, because if it's something that you have no control over, just play music and until you get through it. And here we go, Only Rock and Roll. The spell has not been broken, the haze still lingers on. So I set out on the road, searching for the one who knows the cure. From the desert of Las Vegas, I passed through Silver Lake. The Central Coast is calling, for I hit my San Francisco Bay. The city used to be my lost and found, but when I reached my hometown, the shops changed all their names, and the birds in every tree I passed had new songs that they play. Nothing ever really stays the same. And then I hear that band, they start to play. Hey, it was on the rock and roll, on the rock and roll, on the rock and roll that brought me back. On the rock and roll, on the rock and roll, it was on the rock and roll that brought me back, brought me back. The wizards gave me potions, I must have tried them all, but nothing can take away the gray that loomed over my head. I know what it takes to make it rain. And then I hear that band, they start to play. Hey, it was on the rock and roll, on the rock and roll, on the rock and roll that brought me back. On the rock and roll, on the rock and roll, it was on the rock and roll that brought me back, brought me back. Thank you. All right, Terry.
All right, cool song. So this is really fun. I appreciate, Jan inviting me today and getting to hear Jan and Aireene, but it's also a little frustrating because Zoom, you will sort of only get to have, one audio signal at a time. And one of the people who's in the audience today, I've actually spent a lot of time singing with, Maura Levine's here. on the Zoom, and she's a great singer herself out of New Jersey, and we try to sing together when we can. And Jan and Maura, I believe that Maura's going to be a guest in a future concert. Is that correct?
That's right.
All right.
Excited
Okay,
about
good.
that
So,
show too.
Maura, I can only assume you're singing along at home. I was cool in high school. Good friend to have. Kids would all come over to buy their nickel bag, nickel bag, nickel bag, nickel bag. I had all the albums, good stereo. I hid my stash there behind the speaker cone. Nickel bag, nickel bag, nickel bag. Well, Pink Floyd was coming to the Nassau Coliseum. Thought I'd make a fortune off the kids who went to see 'em. Nickel bag, nickel bag, nickel bag. But I guess I got careless, 'cause the next thing that I knew, I'm up against the wall, being frisked by you-know-who. Nickel bag, nickel bag, nickel bag. They put me in a squad car, no handles inside. Drove me to some holding cell where I waited half the night. Nickel bag, nickel bag, nickel bag. Well, two crestfallen parents and one stone-faced detective sat me down across the table to talk about my record. Nickel bag, nickel bag, nickel bag. The cop ran down the list of all the laws I'd broken, but he said, "You straighten up, son, and I'll leave the file open." Nickel bag, nickel bag, nickel bag. I mowed the lawn at church each Saturday that summer. That fall I left for college and my uneventful future. Nickel bag, nickel bag, nickel bag. Now I watch the news and wonder if my skin was black or brown. Would that cop have let me walk? Or would he have sent me down? Nickel bag, nickel bag, nickel bag. Nickel bag, nickel bag, nickel bag. Thank you. And Rick, I got to compliment you on the backdrop that you have chosen for that particular song. For anybody under a certain age, you might not know what a nickel bag is, but you can just ask Rick after the show.
Well, I just went and looked things up,
I I kind of appreciated you as Ben Franklin, by the way, Rick.
I thought you would.
Yeah, I like it. Ben doesn't know how good he got it. Okay, so my apologies to Janet, who is in Ra'anana, Israel, because she heard this one this morning. But
Happy to hear it again.
thank you. The story behind this is, first of all, we have a huge influx of population coming into Austin, and we have for quite some time now. And one of my friends who is a singer-songwriter, but also a successful real estate agent, posted a note this week that said there are currently 325 available single-family houses in Austin, and the demand is up to about 1,000 a week. So it's definitely a seller's market, which is, in a way, maybe that will discourage some folks and they will stay where they are, because right now everybody's bringing their cars. You should see our traffic. Even during COVID, you should see our traffic. And the other thing is the developers are looking for land pretty desperately to develop. And this was from a song prompt that you were supposed to look for a headline and write something about the headline you found. And the local paper posted this as a video, and I was sitting there taking notes on the video, and it turned out that what I was writing, what he was saying, pretty much you could construct as a poem right out of his mouth, and this song practically wrote itself. So with all that information in mind, Daddy really loved this land. I'd feel I was betraying him if I were the one to let it go. He used to say if you had pliers and a roll of baling wire, you could fix pretty much anything that broke. Family history is big for me. Great-great-granddad, born in slavery. When he was freed, he came to Texas. Bought this land, was saved up gold. His descendants each have owned it. I don't propose to be the one to lose it. So it's not for sale. The land is not for sale. The city needs more houses, so I understand. But Papa Connor's land is not for sale. I'm leaving it to my granddaughter. I want to do that for her, 'cause she lost her dad when she was only 5. I do believe that he is watching and happy with these things I'm doing, the things he'd do if he were alive. And it's not for sale. This land is not for sale. The city needs more houses, that I understand. But Papa Connor's land is not for sale. She can be anything she wants to be, write her own future. She will keep the land and story going for those who come after. So it's not for sale. The land is not for sale. The city needs more houses. Yeah, I understand. But Papa Connor's land is not for sale. The city needs more houses. Yes, I understand. But Papa Connor's land is not for sale. My wasteland. I'd feel I was betraying him if I were the one to let it go.
Great song, Jan.
Thank you.
It's not for sale.
It's not for sale.
Wow. Beautiful.
I love that it's been in their family for that many generations. I thought that was really cool.
Mm. Well, speaking of houses, maybe I'll write a song about a homeless woman. And this is inspired by a woman who was following me in the streets of San Francisco with this anxious energy, and I didn't have any money to give her, but I noticed her. She was menstruating. I'm sorry to be gross, and it went through her. She had a sweatshirt wrapped around her waist, and it bled through. And I didn't notice until she was far away already, and that picture just stuck in my head. And so I wrote this song. This is called Bag Woman. Do you need a place, bag woman? Oh, bag woman. Bag woman. Oh, do you need a place, bag woman? Oh, bag woman. Bag woman. Shelter, shelter, underdog. I take the heat, I take the cold. When the waiting's finally done, pray for me, pray for me. Have you got some shoes, bag woman? Oh, bag woman. Bag woman. Have you got some shoes, bag woman? Oh, bag woman. Bag woman. Wander, wander, blackened feet. Street sheets or a dirty deed. No dark alleys ever been good to me. I'm awake but I'm asleep. I'm awake but I'm asleep. Do you need a friend, bag woman? Oh, bag woman. Bag woman. Do you need a friend, bag woman? Oh, bag woman. Bag woman. Tunnel, tunnel lights I found. I felt hearts as big as a house. I heard the scroll call out your name. Say your name, say your name. Bag woman. I want to say your name. Bag woman. I'm singing for you. Bag woman. Thank you.
So, Irene, this is the first time we've actually, seen each other. So I know you're on the West Coast. Are you actually in Los Angeles?
No, I'm in Oakland actually.
Okay, cool. I was out in California for about 5 years. I went to college down in LA and got to spend some time up in Berkeley, which was a pretty cool
Oh, nice.
part of the state. Yeah.
That's great.
But so, definitely, I remember being out and driving by a lawn and wondering, like, I wonder if there's like a concert going on. And it was a soup kitchen. There were so many homeless people. This was in Santa Monica, and there were so many people there, out on the street that I really thought it was like a concert, and it was just like every day, at lunch, they have this soup kitchen that serves the homeless people. So it was a really powerful image. So great song. So since this is kind of our house round, Jan's song about not giving up your house and your song about a woman who didn't have a place. This is a song about giving up the house. Take a house full of memories, put them all up on eBay. The ones that don't sell, drop them off at Goodwill. Take the pictures from the mantle, the vases and the candles. Strip out the carpet and put it on the market. Dusted boxes of photos full of faces you should know. Old folks as little children with their lifetimes before them. Wonder where their time went, what happens when it's all spent. If you stand there with your eyes closed, you can almost hear him call. Say a prayer and shed a tear. It's gonna take you years to accept the way of the world, the way of the world. Say a prayer and shed a tear. It's gonna take you years to accept the way of the world, the way of the world. Your dad's discharge papers from the USS Constellation, Mom's high school yearbook with the classes that they both took, all the suitors that she turned down to escort her in her ball gown, told him she was waiting for her boy in the Navy. Say a prayer and shed a tear. It's gonna take you years to accept the way of the world. But wipe your eye and raise a glass, and this too shall pass. Once you accept the way of the world, the way of the world. Take a house full of memories, put them all up on eBay. Oh, thank you.
That was beautiful.
Thanks, Jan.
Beautiful, Terry.
Also beautiful is the replica of my dream home that is going on behind Rick.
You must have strange dreams.
Oh, not at
It looks
all. I
it
think
looks
that's
like a money
gorgeous.
pit. Looks like a money pit to
Oh, it
me.
absolutely does. But just imagine having a party in a house like that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, I'd want to move out right after the party was over, but
The party better be calm or it might come apart.
certainly a possibility.
You might
I
lose some of
remember
your
the,
guests.
I'm sorry?
You might lose some of your guests.
Well, I suppose so. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how to remedy that. um, I'm going to change the subject here in a minute, but I remember moving in. I moved to Austin from New York, and I remember moving into the first apartment I had in New York, and um, it was kind of a 1.5. It was a big living room and a little tiny kitchen, like what they call a Pullman kitchen that was sunk into the wall, and an equally Pullman bedroom. But because it was on the parlor floor, it had this beautiful parquetry in the woodwork in the living room. And I just felt so blessed. I didn't care how tiny it was because I got to wake up and look at that every morning. So I'm going to change the subject. Where are all the Gretas and Marlenas? And all the Mae Wests, where are they? No one tells the boys, come up and see me sometime. That's all out of style nowadays. But I still long for old-time steamy romance in satin gowns and stockings with seams and men that wear trench coats and fedora hats. I wish they'd bring that all back. 'Cause I wanna be a femme fatale. I wanna be a vamp. I wanna whistle like Bacall and have 'em all eating from my hand. Put me on a pedestal, competing for my glance. If I was a femme fatale, I wanna be a vamp. Though I am a liberated woman, sometimes I'd prefer to be a tease. And when I see those starlets with eyes come hither soft, I could pull that off, it seems to me. See? And men would buy me clothes and bring me jewelry and open doors and pull me out a seat and then stand by politely until I'd sit, enjoy my sparkling wit, a little risque repartee with a femme fatale. I want to be a vamp. I want to be the party doll that upsets all their other plans. I'd have them all in a spell. I'd have them in a trance. I want to be a femme fatale. I want to be a vamp. Dietrich and Davis, they had it made. Mansfield and Monroe, hey, where'd they all go? Well, the women we admire now in the movies are all doctors and lawyers and chiefs. They don't flutter their lashes or swing their hips. They don't pout their lips or sit on anyone's knee. And if they're in some older profession, they've all been reformed by Act 3. They've given up their cigarettes and champagne. I guess we've come a long way, but I sure miss the day of the femme fatale. I want to be a vamp. I want to be the party doll that upsets all their other plans. I'd have them in a spell, I'd have them in a trance. If I was a femme fatale, I would be sensational. I want to be a vamp.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And Jan, I think that's you behind me there, right?
Is it? I wondered.
And best use of the word fedora in a pop song.
Alert the Academy.
I gotta say, I think Rick is part of the show now. This is probably what happens to everybody, is we all wonder what backdrop is gonna show up next.
I guess it just depends on what you sing.
Right. All right. Well, this is a little bit mellower, and this is called Genuine. Are you genuine? Are you trouble? Are you true? Do you trick your eyes to sparkle every time I look at you? Is my hand the only one you like to hold? Oh, tell me, darling, tell me, are you genuine? Are your words sincere? Does your heart speak when you say sweet things? Or do you read a tailored script? Tell me things I long to hear. Your letters tell me that you want to be mine. So hold me close. Tell me that you're genuine. Are you genuine? Your letters tell me that you want to be mine. So hold me close. Tell me that you're genuine. Please hold me close. Tell me that you're genuine. I love your backdrop, right? That's good.
Yeah, I think that was just perfect. It just popped up.
That's great.
Nice, Irene. You know, you guys at home couldn't hear it, but I just did an amazing guitar solo during that song because it's such a great
sweet.
classic country feel. So,
Well,
if you don't mind a quick commercial, I actually have a new album that's coming out. It's called Lost Songs, and so what I'm sort of subjecting you guys to are some new songs, and also it's this collection of sort of weird songs that have never fit onto any of my other albums. So thanks for being patient. This is called She Never Looks Out the Window, and it's kind of a bluegrass tune, so if you have any banjos at home, feel free to break them out. I'm a gopher at an office. Each day I fetch the mail. I walk 4 blocks to the P.O. box down at Davis Square. On the corner there's a traffic light and a building that I pass, and I always see a woman just behind the glass. She's a redhead, kinda pretty, maybe 30 give or take. Snow white skin, a bit too thin, lines of worry on her face. She wraps the cord around her wrist, talking on the phone. I wanna tell her it's alright, she's not so all alone. But she never looks, she never looks, she never looks out the window. Well, she never looks, she never looks, she never looks out the window. So I wonder, what's her story? She stares down at the floor. Did the rug get pulled? Did she get fooled 1,000 times before? Well, that makes her the same as me. And wouldn't it be nice to get together, fall in love, and win for once in life? But she never looks, she never looks, she never looks out the window. She never looks, she never looks, she never looks out the window. And one day lightning will strike outside her door. She'll lift her head up to hear that thunder roar. And you see me standing there with the rainbow behind. We'll hold our gaze to the end of time. So I walk back to the office, last chance to try my luck. And as I pass, I touch the glass and I whisper, hey, look up. But I get no satisfaction for the longing in my heart, like it's her way of saying no before we even start. 'Cause she never looks, she never looks, she never looks out the window. She never looks, she never looks, she never looks out the window. Well, she never looks, she never looks, she never looks out the window. Well, thank you so much. And if you're trying to find the album, it's pretty easy to do. You can just type in the words Terry Kitchen Lost Songs. It'll probably come up on my website, and it's on iTunes and Spotify and Amazon Music and the usual places. So hope you enjoy it. Thanks.
But go to his website, because then he gets all the money.
Are you trying to put Steve Jobs out of business?
What? I just want the money to be spread around.
Yeah, why not? I don't think you could do it even if you tried 25 hours a day, 75 days a week.
So, yeah. Okay. So since you brought it up, Terry, I happen to know the answer to this question, but where are you going to be next?
Well, probably in the same room I'm here, but later tonight, actually, there is a benefit concert going on for Musicians for the Greater Good. And it's sort of a celebration of the inauguration, and lots of great people are playing this evening. And I believe Jan might be on the bill, might be.
No, I'm not, but you are.
Okay, sorry to miss you this time. But people are just doing short sets. I'll just do one particular song, and we all have to do our kind of optimistic, happy songs to reflect the feeling that kind of we're all in, even though we still got some work to do, and COVID's still this uphill battle, but we have a new start, and we're all going to take advantage of it. So Musicians for the Greater Good later tonight.
Yes, and where can people find you online?
Oh, I'm pretty easy, terrykitchen.com.
Perfect. And Irene, how about you? Where are you going to be next, and where can people find you online?
I play every Sunday at 5:00 on my Facebook page, personal page, and Tuesday nights. Oops, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, I just got a message that says Zoom can't detect my info. Anyway, yes, Sundays at 5:00 Pacific time, and Tuesdays at 7 o'clock Pacific time. And you can find me at IreneEspiritu.com.
Perfect. Okay.
Thank you, Jan.
Oh, my pleasure. I want all of us to be famous when this is over with.
What about
Household
you, Jan?
words.
Where can people find you, Jan?
Oh, well, they can find me at janseides.com. And I have something new I'm doing. If you go to my store at janseides.com, you'll find all my music, and you'll find jewelry made from my guitar strings by Kathy Miller of Love and Life Art, which it's beautiful stuff. Silver and gold and precious stones and semi-precious stones, and my guitar strings. And she's an artist, and it's all very reasonably priced. But also, I might have to share my screen on this a little later. I've been making these unicorn hoods. I started with my grandgirls, and now it's spreading to other people's small children. And so I'll have to show that to you later, because they're available for purchase as well, although they take a little longer than other stuff on my store does. So the song I'm planning to do next was written on the day of, it was January 6th, which will also live in infamy. And there are moments as a songwriter when there's something coming in some sensory way. Often it's off the TV into my eyes that just immediately triggers a song because the emotional rush is so heavy. And January 6th was one of those days, and this song pretty much instantly wrote itself. This is a sacred space. These are hallowed halls. This is the people's house. These are noble walls. This ground is sanctified to our country's hopes and dreams. It's where the truth resides, not your spiteful schemes. Go on, get out. Take your corruption with you. Take your bigotry, hide your face. Go on, get out. We're every color you despise, and we're all tired of your lies. Go on, get out. Your ugly flag from a sordid time, pretend it's not an insult to those you brutalize. Your claim to care for freedom, though ours you would erase, has no home here, 'cause this is a sacred space. Go on, get out. Take your corruption with you. Take your bigotry, hide your face. Get out. We're every color you despise, and we're all tired of your lies. This is a sacred space. This sacred space is made of trust in one another, a common good that we can put together. But if not, get out. Take your corruption with you. Take your bigotry, hide your face. Get out. We're every color you despise, and we're all tired of your lies. Go on, get out. We're every color you despise, and we're all tired of your lies. Go on, get out. This is a sacred space. Thank you. Could you tell I was a little angry?
We wanted to sing it. I wanted to sing it with you, loud and loud. That's the
I want to go sing it on the
can
Capitol steps.
Yeah, that's the kind of song that you hear the whole crowd singing, you know.
Oh, that
all
would be
together.
wonderful. I would be maybe satisfied.
Well, I wrote the song right when the shelter in place happened last March. And I was kind of in the Central Coast wondering, I was in a motel, and I thought, well, what's going to happen now? Everything's canceled. And so I thought all the musicians went streaming. We all had to figure out how to stream online and get used to putting your face in front of a camera. And I thought, how could I make it interesting? And so I started this series called Our Song Plus Your 10 Words, where I take the audience's first 10 words and 1 word per person, and I would write a song each week. And each week we do it. And I did it from March to September. And by the time September rolled around, I thought it was just going to be a 3-month thing. And then September rolled around and I thought, okay, I need a break. So, but this is the first song that I wrote with the 10 words, and it's called We'll Make It Through. Streets are empty, day number 5, thinking about all humankind. Who knows what tomorrow brings? These days are times for you and me. The whole world's praying in the safety of their homes, while heroes run to battle, no sleep, but strength of hope. As I am filled with gratitude for life, for love, to be with you. May the odds be ever in your favor, with some mojo magic for a cure. Let's not forget to take care of each other, for I know we'll make it through. Yes, I know we'll make it through. Put on some humor as we wait in isolation. Sketch a tomato or tomato, as Gershwin didn't call the whole thing off. We'll keep the faith through it all. May the odds be ever in your favor, with some mojo magic for a cure. Let's not forget to take care of each other, for I know we'll make it through. I know we'll make it through. Yes, I know we'll make it through.
I want to hear the album that results from those 10-word groupings.
Oh yeah, I hopefully sometime. I wrote 16 songs.
Wow.
Yeah, beautiful song. And, this year has put, everybody under stress. There's some people who have been cooped up alone without someone, without other people around to sort of share the experience with. Rick has found solace in the most amazing video backdrops. I wonder if every time you walk into a room, you put a new different video backdrop, up on the wall. But then, for other people who are, sort of prisoners at home with their people, with their family, their relationships, it's a different kind of strain. So, which, hopefully will ultimately, strengthen those relationships. But still, I'm really lucky that my wife and I have 2 bathrooms, or we would have killed each other months ago. But this is to my lovely wife, Cindy. We actually have 2.5 bathrooms if you count the cat box. Well, I'd like to take you out on the town, spend the evening with you someplace nice that's not too loud and not too crowded, with the view of the city lights. We'll we'll both get all dressed up. I'll comb what's left of my hair. The waiter will pour something that sparkles. I'll lift mine to the air and say, here's to us. And the quiet adventure we've taken together through the years. Well, most of them good ones, some of them tough. Looking back, it's amazing how far we've come. So raise your glass, dear. Here's to us. You'll help me if the menu's in French, so I don't order snails by mistake. We'll talk about Paris and talk about Venice and trips we've yet to take. We'll ponder if fate brought us together, or if we met purely by chance. And if there's music, I'll wait for a slow one and then ask you to dance, saying here's to us. And the quiet adventure we've taken together through the years. Most of them good ones, some of them rough. Looking back, it's amazing how far we've come. So raise your glass, dear. And here's to us. And just like our story, the evening's not over yet, so here's to us. It's quite an adventure we've taken together through the years. Well, most of them good ones, some of them tough. Looking back, it's amazing how far we've come. So raise your glass, dear. Here's to us. So raise your glass, my love. Here's to us.
So sweet, Terry.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
That was so beautiful.
Well, thank you.
Before I forget to say it again, if you don't have your chat open, there's a whole nother universe going on in there. You just click the third thing over where it says chat, and it all opens up a whole new world. And what I saved to tell you till this moment was this is an ongoing thing. It's generally every other Sunday, although there will be another show next Sunday. That one will include Jim Beiser from Michigan and Mara Levine, who is here right now, although I think she's in New Jersey. So not really here, but
and if you don't mind me taking a second to attest,
I'm in New Jersey.
It's definitely a treat to get to hear Mara sing. She's a a great singer,
you're
and
love this.
the first time I heard her,
Thanks,
I went backstage after I heard Mara sing, and I said, "You don't know it yet, but we're going to form a duo."
Yeah, What else would you do? Okay. And then on Valentine's Day, February 14th, I'll have Jan Christ, also from Michigan, and Jimmy Lunsford. And to be perfectly honest, I'm not absolutely sure where he is, but I think it's in the Northeast. And on Sunday, the 28th of February, I'll have Beth DeSombra from Utah and Randy Brown, who is from Texas. I'm making this totally multipolitan. I made that word up, but nevertheless, there it is. Just if you would like to know more about these shows or me or anything that I can provide information on, please leave your email in the chat, which is why I mentioned it. And I'll be happy to put you on the mailing list, and you'll always know who's coming up and when, and usually what time, although Facebook is not real good about. Facebook said this show would start an hour earlier than it actually started. And when I went to fix it, because I thought I had done it, it turned out that it was in there right. They just somewhere between the cup and the lip, you know. This is a song about being a performer of one's own songs, or really any songs. And it's also about being a performer in one's own life, or really any life. In my dreams, I always remember the lyrics. In my dreams, I never miss a note. I can make the rosewood ring, my fingers flying over the strings. In my dreams, I notice the kind words more than the harsh ones, and joys more than complaints. And I always seem to know what I can change and what I must let go. In my dreams, awake, I've a memory like a sieve. I'm impatient with those I love, and I often forget to forgive. Awake, I am bound by gravity. I take each step cautiously, and I treat hope like a liar and a thief. But in my dreams, I can fly around the universe. And in my dreams, I never have to land. And I'm wise beyond my years, and brave beyond even my greatest fears. In my dreams, guess I'll have to work on me to make my real life more like the life I see in my dreams.
Love it, Jan.
Thank you.
Yeah, very sweet. Very sweet.
Oh, so sweet.
At the time, it was very sad. You know how sometimes you start a song in performance and you get to like the second verse and you realize you have no idea what it is? And also, by the way, I'm being reminded here, the tip jar is also in the chat. And if it has scrolled away, there it is again. Magic.
Thank you, Jan.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you again for doing these series and inviting me and Terry. And this is my first day back. I had to take a week break because it was just too much going on, with the world. And so it's good to be back.
Well, we're glad you are. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. All right, so this is my love song to California, and I wrote it when I did a cross country tour, and it just felt so good to see the California license plates on on the freeway and crossing the state line. And so this is called Westbound Bride. I lie awake at night, counting days till I pedal bedded high, and they'll paint the whole town white just in time for this westbound bride. I'll be yours and you'll be mine, hand in hand. We'll share a smile and we'll glow. We'll glow into the night. Here comes a westbound bride. Here comes a westbound bride. Soon I'll be in his sweet embrace, where I'll feel love and I'll feel safe, and there'll be times when things get rough. You've got my back and I've got yours. I'll be yours and you'll be mine, hand in hand. We'll share a smile and we'll glow. We'll glow into the night. Here comes a westbound bride. Here comes a westbound bride. Now we're here, the day has come. I pack my bags, I'll leave at dawn. I think I hear from far and wide bells start to ring for this westbound bride. The bells they ring for this westbound bride. Here comes a westbound bride. Here comes a westbound bride. I'm a westbound bride.
Very cool. And you know, I mentioned before that your ukulele playing, you know, was sort of guitar like. That one was a banjo tune. It was absolutely, I could hear Pete Seeger playing that on his banjo, you know, so to get that of ukulele is very cool.
Thank you.
Well, since Irene did her song about kind of traveling, I'll do a real close to home song. This started in a parking lot of a CVS drugstore just a couple blocks up the street. So this woman left her lights on and her car wouldn't start. I had jumper cables in my trunk, but I was late and it was raining. I was wearing my good suit, I said sorry, but I have to run. I rolled back up my window, and I started to pull out. And I heard my conscience whisper, turn this car around. Life is hard enough, time is short enough, hearts are scarred enough from the hurting that we do. Love is scarce enough, joy is rare enough, we're all strong enough to help each other through. Today you might need me, tomorrow I'll need you, but let's not turn away. Life is hard enough. There's a family at church, a father and two girls. The mother lost her fight this year. My wife's got the youngest in her Sunday school class. Now every lesson's crystal clear. We can't stop bad things from happening, we can't even know why, but we can give each other courage and comfort when we cry. Life is hard enough, time is short enough, hearts are scarred enough from the hurting that we do. Love is scarce enough, joy is rare enough, we're all strong enough to help each other through. Today you might need me, tomorrow I'll need you, so let's not turn away. Life is hard enough. Then maybe it's the little things that make it all worthwhile, those simple acts of kindness that make each other smile. Life is hard enough, time is short enough, hearts are scarred enough from the hurting that we do. Love is scarce enough, joy is rare enough, we're all strong enough to help each other through. Today you might need me, tomorrow I'll need you, so let's not turn away. Life is hard enough. Say let's not turn away. Life is hard enough. Life is hard enough. Life is hard enough. Life is hard enough.
Beautiful.
Okay,
Oh,
I
thank you.
officially love that song. That's the one I asked you for. So, oh, you know what? I want to show you something. So these hoods that I was telling you about, this is them. That's my grandgirls.
Oh, that is the sweetest.
Do you make those in adult sizes?
I guess I could. Who?
I mean, I've got a friend who is a complete nut for unicorns.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That might work. One never knows.
That is adorable.
I'm thinking it might take a little longer than the others, though. So this is, I can't claim that this is the only one, but this is a love song for my Andy. Don't seem like much that you cuddle up closer when it's cold at night. Don't seem like much that you rub my shoulders when I come home tired. I don't know what I would ever do if I had to live in this world without you. Don't seem like much, but it's everything to me. Don't seem like much keeps people together these days. Takes a miracle or two, and that's still not enough to hear some tell it, and it sure don't seem to see them through. But in these tough and turbulent times, when love's so easily forgotten, still you don't forget mine. Don't seem like much, but it's everything to me. So many drops fill the ocean, so many stars fill the skies above, so many acts of devotion fill my heart with love. So it means so much when you tell me you love me, though we've had a fight. And it means so much when you say that you're sorry too, even when you were right. It's just a minor detail in the master plan, 'cause I'm just a woman, you're just a man. Don't seem like much, but it's everything to me. I don't mean it's unimportant or any kind of slight. I just wanted you to know that you're doing it right. Don't seem like much, I know, but it's everything to me. Everything.
Wow, that was lovely, Jan.
Thank you.
Beautiful. And I'm glad I got to see Andy's face earlier briefly, even for a moment. Okay. Well, I wasn't going to play this song, but I want to play it because I want to know what Rick's going to choose for a background. And this song was inspired by me. I was in Idaho, and a friend invites a few people to her house for a week, and her songwriting friends, and we just, enjoy nature, be inspired by nature. But on the second day that I got there, I got hives, and it progressively got worse and worse and worse. So while everyone was enjoying this beautiful scenery, I was stuck in my room. And I ended up writing this song. And this song is called The Itch. And I thought, well, maybe I should so every word is true, except I added one line that turned it into so let's pretend it's a forbidden love song when it's really about my hives. So, The Itch. I've got this uneasy feeling, and it won't go away. Oh, I can't explain. It's getting worse, worse every day. It's a longing sensation, an itch you cannot scratch, a sting more than skin deep, love you cannot have. No matter how I try so hard to ease that so well. I can't find, still can't find a cure for that stubborn spell. It's a longing sensation, an itch you cannot scratch, a sting more than skin deep, love you cannot have, love you cannot have. I need a soothing feeling. Give me that drug to set me free, 'cause I'm in between what it is and where I want it to be. It's a longing sensation, an itch you cannot scratch, a sting more than skin deep, love you cannot have, love you cannot have. I was reading Rick's back. You feel itchy all the time.
It's gonna
Why you feel itchy all the time?
Right.
like the song says, it's going to take an ocean of calamine lotion.
Yeah,
Good one, Terry.
an ocean. Yeah.
So, this has been a lot of fun, and a lot of times, you sort of have to just choose, a couple songs to do in this kind of situation. So we're getting to stretch out a little bit. So, Jan, I think we're going to go around one more time after this. Is that about right?
Yes. There will
Okay.
be this round and then one more round after it.
Perfect. Okay, good. So I can do something that's kind of silly and embarrass myself and still have a chance to redeem myself.
By all means.
Excellent. So, as I mentioned, the album that I have out now is called Lost Songs, and it's kind of me getting to finally put out some songs I've maybe some are new, but some I've had for a while that just absolutely didn't fit any of my sort of sensitive singer-songwriter projects. So this might be one of those. This is called Ex-Girlfriend Weekend, and you're all welcome to sing along at home. There's a party, there's a meeting, there's a lunch. There's a movie, there's a concert, there's a brunch. It's either on your own or in a bunch. It's ex-girlfriend weekend. There's a shower, there's a wedding, there's a church. There's a wake, there's a funeral, there's a hearse. And you're wondering just who has got it worse. It's ex-girlfriend weekend. Take a pill, take a powder, take a puff. Take another, 'cause one might not be enough. How you wish that you were made of sterner stuff. It's ex-girlfriend weekend. Well, you could move to Texas or Calloo. Raise llamas in the middle of Peru. Friday evening she would still be passing through. It's ex-girlfriend weekend. It's ex-girlfriend weekend. There's a message, there's an email, there's a text. And you're scared of what they'll be inventing next. There's nowhere you can hide that isn't hexed. It's ex-girlfriend weekend. You had problems, you had issues, you had spats. She even made you sit through all of Cats. You broke up before you got the baseball bats. It's ex-girlfriend weekend. Or you could move to Texas or Calloo. Raise llamas in the middle of Peru. Friday evening she would still be passing through. It's ex-girlfriend weekend. It's ex-girlfriend weekend. You feel tense, you feel nervous, you feel blue. 'Cause you don't know what you'll say or what you'll do. Sunday morning when she's waking next to you. It's ex-girlfriend weekend. It's ex-girlfriend weekend. It's ex-girlfriend weekend. It's ex-girlfriend weekend. Thank you. They say, write what you know.
Did you hear that third harmony on the ooh?
Very nice. Very nice.
Thank you.
I actually pull out my melodica on that song on the album. So, and do kind of a
Cool.
silly harmony part.
Okay, so silly, huh? All right, so I have everybody who knows me at this point knows I have an album that's based on Bible stories. It's all the stories you didn't get to hear, told by people who didn't get to speak. And in a lot of cases, you didn't even find out who they were. They were spear carriers, the guy on Star Trek in the red shirt that as soon as you see him, that by the end of this episode, somebody's going to be standing over him going, "He's dead, Jim." Because that's how important he was. But and I wrote a bunch of them at first that were kind of dark, and then it started to get real dark where I was. So I wrote a couple of lighthearted ones, but looking for lighthearted stuff in the Bible is kind of a fruitless task. So you have to bring it yourself. So this was one of the results. Girls all giggled. They were jealous, I could tell, when they heard who my groom to be would be. And my sisters, they were envious as well when they heard who Papa chose for me. His curly hair, he has the darkest eyes, and a gentle voice I strain my ears to hear, and such strong arms, and so very wise, or so I thought, till he made his wishes clear. He wants to build a boat, he told me so today. He wants to build a boat. What could I say? I ask him why. He looks up at the sky. He wants to build a boat because it's gonna rain. Interesting. Here on the desert, we raise goats and sheep. We've been blessed with sons, not twice, but thrice. He thinks we need a zoo. Everything that crawls or creeps, everything that slithers, everything that flies. He wants to build a boat. He wants to build it large. He wants to build a boat. He says I'll be in charge of all the plants. Thanks. Come on, take a chance, build a boat because it's gonna rain. Remember all those jealous girls who heard our wedding vows? Keep wondering what they think of me if they could see me now. He says the rain will cause a flood. He heard that from God. Is he kidding? Apparently not. He wants to build a boat. I guess I'll go along. He wants to build a boat. I'll even write him a song. I ask him why. He just rolls his eyes. Already answered that. Because it's gonna rain. He wants to build a boat because it's gonna rain. Thank you.
All right, Jan.
Okay, this is our last round.
Okay. Thank you again so much, Jan.
You're so welcome.
Such a pleasure joining the screen with you all, Carrie. All right, I'm going to end it off, my version, with this song. This is the last song I wrote for the Our Song Plus Your 10 Words series. And I thought for the last song, I wanted to be, something that's memorable. And I thought, this was in September, so it was right when the fires were really bad here, and you probably saw it on the news, the orange skies coming through, and so I thought, with everything else going on this year, what is going to get us out of here? And so I asked the audience to give me words that were associated with the supernatural. So and usually it would take days for me to get 10 words from people. And within the first hour, the words just started coming. Everybody was just throwing words at me, and I couldn't stop at 10. So I ended up picking 20 words from people. And so here we go. So this is called Bring On the Supernatural. Lightning flashed, eerie clouds just like my premonition. Scrying through the crystal ball, reveal the same precognition. They're here, dark clouds are here. Gather our protection, for the monsters are here. Lightning flash, I forgot the second verse. The talisman fit the groove to a mysterious hole in the wall. The door opened to a spooky room, ghostly shadows missed the room. Then the voice said, welcome, we've been waiting for you. You were born to fight this battle between the evil and the good. What's it gonna take to save this world? Bring on the supernatural. Come together, skeptics and believers. Bring on the supernatural. Faith healers, fire whisperers, witchy mystic new. Angels, guardians, Wonder Woman. We're gonna face the evil's root. Worked on a timeless, luminous bridge to the ethereal heavens above. Rows of soldiers, nations deep, to turn all the kerfuffles above. Calling all ye pure hearts, spirits and the divine. It's gonna take every one of us from here to the beyond. Come together, what's it gonna take to save this world? Bring on the supernatural. Come together, skeptics and believers. Bring on the supernatural. Faith healers, fire whisperers, witchy mystic new. Angels, guardians, Wonder Woman. We're gonna face the evil's root. Bring on the supernatural. Bring on the supernatural. Bring on the supernatural. Bring on the supernatural. Thank you so much.
All right. Well, this has been a pleasure, and great to hear Irene and get to hear Jan again. And thanks so much for all you guys out in Zoom land for spending your afternoon with us, and all you guys out in Facebook land as well. So, supernaturals is pretty cool, but real life can be scary enough, I think. So I actually work with 7th and 8th graders a lot, and it's really interesting sort of getting to see the world through their eyes, in some ways where life is scary, in some ways where they kind of rise to the occasion, and it's very, very inspiring. So this is one of those stories. I was 8 years old and homesick, first week at summer camp. Double dared up to the high dive, the boys all yelling jump. My favorite counselor, Bobby, must have seen how I was in trouble. He climbed up on the ladder, put his arm around my shoulder. He said, I think you can do this, and it's okay to be afraid. But you don't have to let it stop you. The unknown is always scary, but you can do this if you want to. So stand up straight and take a breath, and take a step, you're on your way. Oh, we call it being brave, but really it's just knowing it's okay to be afraid. Well, it's been 20 years now since Bobby said those words, and I've traded in the Boy Scouts for the Army Reserve. And I'm landing at this airport in a country far away, and they're issuing live ammo, and there's bombs bursting every day. And when my sergeant talks, I kinda wish he'd say, it's okay to be afraid. But you don't have to let it stop you. The unknown is always scary, but you can do this if you have to. So stand up straight and take a breath, and take a step, you're on your way. Oh, we call it being brave, but really it's just knowing it's okay to be afraid. Now I pray I come home safely to my wife and my kid, so someone's there to tell them when they're facing something big, that it's okay to be afraid. But you don't have to let it stop you. The unknown is always scary, but you can do the things you want to. So stand up straight and take a breath, and take a step, you're on your way. Oh, we call it being brave, but really it's just knowing it's okay to be afraid. Yes, we call it being brave, but really it's just knowing it's okay to be afraid.
Beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Thanks for having me today.
Oh, our pleasure. I have to say, that was a wonderful song, and I'm astonished at how long it took me to figure that out. I was not in the 7th grade, I can tell you that much. I want to thank everybody for coming. I'm going to put the tip jar one more time in the chat, and please leave me your email if you're not already on the list, and I'll let you know all about these shows and whatever else information I can provide you, and no spam, I promise. And I love that picture, Rit. Yeah.
I thought it was perfect.
Yeah, really.
Nice.
The prompt for this was cracked. And right after I got that prompt, I saw this picture of this Japanese art form where if a pot gets broken, instead of throwing it away, they fill the cracks with resin infused with gold. And so the pot ends up being even more beautiful than, there's a word for it and I can't ever remember it, but it ends up even more beautiful than it started. All the lessons you learned are gold. All the scars where you healed are strong. You may once or twice have been broken, but you've done nothing wrong. All the obstacles in your path, all the trials you rose above, all those faults that you think you have, they are why you are loved. And your light shines through, your light shines through. It's what makes you you. And the cracks are there so your light shines. Your light shines. All the outcomes that didn't match, all your plans and all your dreams, all that beauty you think you lack is ablaze for all to see. And your light shines through, your light shines through. That's what makes you you. And the cracks are there so your light shines. Your light shines. It's true. You are not perfect, but no one is perfect. And that matters so much less than you'd expect. 'Cause your light shines through, your light shines through. It's what makes you you. And the cracks are there so your light shines. Your light shines. Your light shines through. Your light shines through. It's what makes you you. And the cracks are there so your light shines. Your light shines through. Thank you. Thank you all for coming today. We couldn't do this without you, and we love you each and every one. If we could all uncloak to say goodbye, that would make one of we so happy. It's been lovely seeing you today.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Great show.
Thank you
so much.
Great show.
We'll see you next week. Jim Beiser and Mara Levine.
See you next week. Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Mara, you were great today on the Jerusalem Club. I really enjoyed your music.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
you.
Enjoy the capo adventure, Terry. Fearless.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Over and out. Thank you,
Bye.
guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks again.